Welcome to Raven on the Rock, Denver's way to expose unique talent and original music from local artists. With your host, Rockin' Raven. You're going to enjoy what you are about to hear on Raven on the Rock. Brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303.
Welcome back to Raven on the Rock. It's Tuesday, the day after Martin Luther King Day, and everybody had to go back to work. I'm sorry, but we're going to have an awesome show for you tonight. I just can't believe what I heard in soundcheck. And I'm so excited. Kenny's over there smiling. I have Mr. Kenny Cox in the studio today with his sidekick, Dana Vernon. You just told me that, too. Dana Vernon. They have been around a while and have lots of stories for us, don't you?
Tons.
Lots of stories.
Yeah.
Birthday stories.
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good.
Thanks for having us. We love to be had.
So, tell me, where should we start?
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
I was born a poor...
I knew it.
No,
I knew you were.
I won't start at the
I knew you were.
jerk stuff.
Well, how did you start with the guitar? Did
With
you
the
start with the guitar?
Actually, I started in about 4th grade with the viola
Oh, nice.
for about a week. And
A
then I
week?
couldn't handle that, and I tried the saxophone for a while. But I wanted something cooler, and
The viola doesn't get the ladies, really?
no, but it burns longer than a violin. I had a buddy, and me and him both did drums in the school band, but he had a drum set at his house, and he had a guitar. And since we were both drummers in school, and he owned the drum set, he got to play the drums at his house. And we used to just sit around and play to Byrds and Kinks albums, because that's all we had.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned a little bit about playing. And then I heard the Beatles and found out they were playing chords, and I had to learn that. So I started playing guitar when I was 8.
Yeah. Singing too?
No, I didn't start singing until I was about 12,
Oh,
as far as in the band.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, were you born in Denver?
Yes.
So you were a definite Coloradoan.
Oh, yeah, like 3rd generation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. So what do you do when you're not playing music?
Now I'm a postal contractor. I drive a truck. But I've always played music for about 38 years. I did nothing but play music, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much you always have to have a second job, but I
Wow.
made most of my money playing music for about
Yeah.
that long.
And sometimes a third.
And sometimes a third.
You know, it's really sad that musicians can't make more money, but we're trying to change that.
Yeah. Change it quick, though, because
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
getting
trying.
up there.
I'm trying. What about you, Dana? What do you do when you're not playing music?
Yeah, I work at Faymeyer's Motorcycle World.
Oh, where's that at?
It's over on Arapahoe and I-25. And, I played 7 different bands, and I grew up in a family band. That's how I got started.
You were telling me about those. Tell me about all the bands you're in around here.
Well, I'm in a really fun 60s band called the Rejuveniles. And I'm in a 10-piece horn blues band called Tommy Thomas and the Working Man Band. And I play with John Chandler, who's a great Americana-type singer, songwriter, book writer, paperback writer. And Timothy P. and Roll Route 3, I've been with them for about 22, 23 years.
More than that.
No, I joined them when I got back from overseas in 92, so
Okay.
yeah, it's been 23 years.
Oh, where were you at overseas?
Oh, I did a couple of DOD tours, played for the military back in 91 and
Oh,
92.
good for you.
We went to Saudi Arabia and Kuwait in 1991, played for the Desert Storm Troops there.
You know, I think my nephew probably heard you. He was over there then.
And then in 92 we did a Pacific tour, Korea, Japan, Okinawa, Guam, Marshall Islands.
Wow.
And I played 40 states and 11 countries. So
Very nice. I can't wait for people to hear you. How about if we talk later and play now?
Okay, play.
it's your show.
What do you want to play first?
Well, if you want to go in chronological order or not,
Whatever you want, Kenny. This is your show.
let's start out with a song that I recorded in 1978, I believe. It's a Johnny Winter song called I Hate Everybody.
I hate everybody. Did you send me that one, Kenny?
Yes, I did.
I hate everybody. I'm not seeing it, Kenny.
Where's the love?
Where's the love? You could do Janine. Is that on there?
I can do. Oh, wait, I hate everybody is right at the top.
It should be number one, yeah.
I didn't look at the top. All right. Here we go, guys. You ready? Get your seatbelts on because this is going to blow you away. Here's I Hate Everybody.
People may laugh, but that don't bother me. People may laugh, but that don't bother me. I make a lot of money, I'm as happy as I can be. I can't holler mercy, but that don't mean a thing. I can't holler mercy, but that don't mean a thing. Because I walk and that's why I love to sing. If I'm not drunk, it's only because I'm high. If I'm not drunk, that's only because I'm high. Hey, my mama, but I sure do dig the sky. People may laugh, but that don't bother me. People may laugh, but that don't bother me. Make a lot of money, I'm as happy as I could be.
Holy cow pies. Hey, Chuck Beaver Kavanaugh, if you're listening, we got to go out and dance to that song. I could just picture us listening to that song, me and Chuck dancing to that. So Body and Soul, I asked you during the song, since we're going in chronological order, if that was your first band, but you said no, that was the first good recording you got. So what was your first band?
When I was about 12 years old, we had a band called Glad Eye, and I don't know where the name came from, but we played a lot of 3-2 bars back then. Everybody else was over 18 except for me, and we played a lot in Winter Park and places like that, you know.
Really
Yeah,
nice.
and they snuck me in everywhere, you know. And I still play with the bass player from that band quite a bit.
Who is he?
His name is John Waters, and he's a great bass player. He does mostly studio stuff now.
Uh-huh.
He's a few years older than me, but great, still great.
Yeah.
And then, I moved on to a band with, a couple of guys from that band. I'm trying to remember the name of it. The Crystal Ship. We were named after a Doors song.
Okay.
And if you know Gordon Burt, he's a violinist. His brother, Kenny Burt, was our drummer.
Oh.
Gordon's in Southern
Southern
Exposure. Southern
Okay.
Exposure. He's a great fiddle player.
Yeah, I just did the Christmas show with Gordon.
Yeah. But anyway, I've been tied in with a bunch of guys in town forever and ever.
Yeah.
And moving on from there, I started playing in Central City at the Tollgate and the Gilded Garter when I was about 17.
Yeah.
And played there until I was like 38. And I put myself through college there,
Nice.
and also in
Playing or betting?
playing
Okay.
way before gambling.
Oh, all
Way
right.
before. And then we had a band called Heartbreak Radio, and all of those guys played up there with me, and then we'd go down and play all the clubs in Denver.
Uh-huh.
We were pretty popular, top 40 band, but we were playing like 5 days a week and 5 days a night, or 5 nights a week. 5 days. It felt like that,
Right.
but we were playing constantly all the time for about 10 years. And then after that band, as soon as we broke up, I took the sax player Bubba Fisher, who still plays with me, and was on that first recording,
Uh-huh.
and the bass player, and we added a drummer. Mark Johnson was our first drummer, and then he couldn't continue to do it, so he referred us to one of his students named Mark Mariano,
Okay.
who is he's known as the Kid, but he's like one of the best drummers in the world.
Uh-huh.
And that was the Kenny Cox Band from early 90s until currently.
Nice.
We did a gig this year with Kate LaRue. We did her CD.
Love Kate LaRue. Oh, you did Phoenix?
Yeah, we did the CD release party. We played the whole album with her, and we played with Chris Daniels and Hazel Miller and Erica Brown and Eve Guitar.
I've had Eve in here. I'm trying to get Chris and Hazel in here.
Yeah, Chris.
Yes.
I've known him for years.
I saw Hazel Miller on TV today. She did a commercial for diabetes
Oh,
for
yeah.
Channel 4, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a song that she wanted to record. I didn't talk to her about it, but called "Don't Let the Screen Door Hit You." And she said that she liked that because her grandmother or her mother used to say that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool. That'd be very nice. All right, how about Janine?
Janine was another one of that Body and Soul era, and pretty jazzy song. It was like Eddie Harris,
Uh-huh.
but it was really good. So that was one that I wanted to play on here.
All right, well, I think we should play it.
All right.
Here's Janine.
Last time I saw Janine, she looked just like a royal queen. She cruised by with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine. Last time I saw Janine. Last time I saw Janine. Recall when we were 17. Oh, one not too long ago, but too short of that long green. That's Janine, now she's gone from me, moved away from your neighborhood, and I'm certain she's gone good. Last time I saw Janine, the dollar sign stood in between. Love lost to the rising cost, but since then I have never seen. I haven't seen Janine Now she's gone from me, moved away from the old neighborhood. And I'm certain she's gone for good. Last time I saw Denise, the dollars I stood in between. The love lost to the rising cost, but since then I've never seen Janine. Last time I saw Janine, that girl, she was so awful mean.
Hey everyone, this is Rick Cabot Podmore, and you're listening to Raven on the Rock.
All right, we're back with more Kenny Cox. So, wow. I'm so excited to hear more.
Those last two were both recorded live at Buffalo Bar in Idaho Springs. When it's still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't have entertainment anymore, but it was fun. We had a studio right next door. We ran all the mics and stuff over through the roof and down to the stage and recorded it in the studio live.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was neat.
How fun. And that was a long time ago, so it was analog.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Cool. All right, so next song we got is by a band called Sundance you were in.
Yeah, that one was a pretty commercial effort. It was a good band. We had a girl singer named Kelly Moreland, who was pretty well known in Denver. And we had a girl drummer and 5 pieces in all, and it was really good harmonies and good music, a lot of originals. And we got to do the album at Colorado Sound, and it was analog too at the time. And about the time we got done with the album and it was on the lawyer's desk, we had a contract that was pending, and then the band kind of blew up. I won't tell you why, but it's another one of those long stories.
Oh,
But it was a real good band.
wow. Well, let's listen and see how good you were. Here's True Believer.
I believe in sunshine. I believe in love. I believe that God placed the stars way up above. Looking out across the land, here's what I see. I believe that God made a place for you and me. All for you and me. Talking about blue skies, clover in the fields, white clouds below up from somewhere far behind the hills. I believe in what I am and who I will be. Wanna see you true believer, just take a look at me, honey. Take a look I believe in sunshine. I believe in love. I believe that God placed the stars way up above. Looking out across the land, here's what I see. I believe that God made a place for you and me. All for you and me. Talking about free grass, people living free, free to do the things we choose to make us believe. I believe in what I am and who I will be. Wanna see you true believer, just take a look at me, honey. Take a look at me. Wanna see you true believer, just take a look at me, honey. Take a
Beautiful. So Nate and Kim are having dinner waiting for the doctor. And Nate, I hope you're dancing with Kim. This is like good romantic dinner music. So pamper that girl. She just went through 20 hours of stuff.
And stuff.
And we got a little surprise coming up for little Peyton in about 15 minutes. So tell me, who did Sundance open for? You were telling me some great stuff.
Oh, we opened for Michael Martin Murphy and Emmylou Harris, and Roseanne Cash brought her whole band in to hear us.
Get out.
Yeah, it was cool.
I bet.
Yeah. In fact, they tried to steal our gig
Uh-oh.
for the weekend. They were supposed to be playing in Olathe, and they got canceled. They all came in there, and the owner of the club, Jack Ludwig was his name, he said, I'll make as much money off these guys as if I had you guys here. I'd have to pay you more. So.
Right. There you go. Well, that was very cool then. Did you at least get pictures with her?
Probably somebody has them. I
I
don't know where
bet.
they are.
Well, we need to dig those up. So after Sundance, where'd you go?
After Sundance was when I got into Heartbreak Radio, and did more Central City stuff and the clubs around Denver like the Isle of Park Saloon and X Saloon, places like that. And that was pretty good. Then during that time, I got an offer to play with a country band named Walker Williams, and he was working all the time, so I joined up with them, and we got sponsored by Coors and took a tour to Europe and played all over there. We did, I think, 16 gigs in 18 days. Most of them were Army bases, but we played a couple of clubs while we were out there. And the fun thing about it was people were dancing in the country style, like the two-step and
Right.
all of that. And they knew all the words to every song.
Oh, how
But you
fun.
get off the stage on a break and try to talk to them, and they couldn't speak English at all, but they knew all the words.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, it was funny.
Very neat. Huh. All right, so that was the Kenny Cox Band?
Nope, that was a Walker Williams band.
Oh.
And then after that, I started the Kenny Cox Band. And with the Kenny Cox Band, we did a lot of opening acts. We played, let's see, we played with Lewis and Floorwax quite a bit. Actually, they opened for us a couple of times when they were doing stand-up. And then we played with them when they were doing the Groove Hogs. We played with Mick Taylor from the Rolling Stones, REO Speedwagon a couple of times. They even asked us back for the second time because
Oh,
they liked
nice.
it. We played with Stephen Stills, Amazing Rhythm Aces, Leon Russell, Black Oak, Arkansas, Dave Mason, Air Supply. We played on Halloween with the Blue Oyster Cult,
Whoa.
which was a crazy gig. And we played a couple times for Steppenwolf.
Got any great stories?
Yeah.
Not that we can tell.
I was.
When we played with Willie Nelson,
Ooh, tell me.
he parked his bus in the back of the place, and he walked from the bus to the stage, did his show, walked from the stage back to the bus. Nothing, he didn't talk to anybody. He had like a no contact clause in his contract.
Really?
Yeah, but there was a guy in the audience that looked exactly like him.
Get out.
And he was dressed up with the headband and everything, and everybody thought it was him. And then we,
Did he play on that?
oh, I'm sure he did. Maybe he hired the guy. I don't know. And we played with Merle Haggard in Phoenix. And in Phoenix, it's against the law, if you're even in the band, for anybody working in a club to drink. Even, So they pulled their bus up right to the back door and had their party out there. Well, they'd go out there and have drinks and whatever, and then come back in and do their show. And his ex-wife was touring with them, Bonnie Owens. She got lit up like
Whoops.
you wouldn't believe, but it was great. 'Cause
Oh,
she
I
was
would believe it.
funny. And then I'd walk outside of the dressing room, and people would say, "Can you get us an autograph? Can you get us an autograph?" So I'd go back in, and they had a stack of pictures, and the bass player was signing Merle Haggard. And I'd take them out to people, and he didn't sign one.
Oh.
It was great. But he learned how to sign his autographs. That looked right.
There you go. Very cool. So, what should we play next? Heartbreak Highway?
Yeah, that was the Kenny Cox Band. That was off of the first album that we did when we were doing a lot of opening shows.
Okay. Well, let's listen to Heartbreak Highway, and we will be back with more Kenny Cox.
without the warning. Woke up alone this morning. Sun came out without the warning. Gone, she's gone. I'm here all alone. She took the heartbreak highway. Broke my heart again. Put my trust in a friend. Broke my heart again. Put my trust in a friend. The more I trust, the more I lose. She took my heart and cruised down the heartbreak highway. Took the heartbreak highway. On the road we know. Took the heartbreak highway. Baby, did you have to go? Doesn't matter, it's a crime. She'll do it every time. It doesn't matter, it's a crime. She'll do it every time. Nothing I can say. She'll get her someday to down the heartbreak highway. Ah, brother. Took the heartbreak highway. On the road we know. Took the heartbreak highway. Baby, did you have to go? It doesn't matter, it's a crime. She'll do it every time. Doesn't matter, it's a crime. She'll do it every time. There's nothing I can say. She'll get her someday. She's down the heartbreak highway. She's down the heartbreak highway. She took the heartbreak highway.
At the Tailgate Tavern and Grill. Enjoy happy hour specials every day, 7 days a week from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget Wednesday night at the Tailgate Tavern is karaoke. Sign up starts at 8. Sunday, band auditions are from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And don't forget Sin Night. Service industry employees get 2 for 1 on wells, drafts, and bottles from 6 p.m. to close on Sunday. A pay stub, name tag, or valid ID is required. The Tailgate Tavern and Grill is located at 19552 East Main Street in Parker, Colorado.
You're listening to VRDO, your variety station. Visit our website at www.vrdoradio.com.
All right, we are back with Kenny Cox, and they were just telling me about a story I want them to elaborate on. You guys got to switch places and nobody knew, huh?
Yeah,
So tell me about that.
it was on my birthday. Can't remember what year it was.
I don't know. We both used to work at a music store called Guitar City, and we had a couple different stores. He managed one, I managed the other one. And he needed some stuff for his store. So I was playing not too far from where he was playing. I said, I'll just bring it up tonight after I'm done, because I get done sooner than you do.
Okay.
So I had all this equipment in the car. I went over to where he was playing, and his sister used to have a bar. And back when Kenny drank, he drank either shots of Grand Marnier or shots of tequila.
Okay.
He was doing both. It was his birthday.
Well, I went to my sister's bar and she gave me 3 or 4 shots of tequila.
Okay.
Then I went to the gig and they started just hammering me with the Grand Marnier. By the time we started playing, I was gone. I played 3 or 4 songs and then I fell into my stack of amplifiers and knocked them over.
Well, that's about the time that I walked in.
Yeah.
And to let him know that I had the equipment, and he says, "You gotta play for me tonight."
So I gave him my vest.
So I
and
put
my
on his vest
headband.
and his headband, and I said, "I will do this if you go call my wife and tell her I'm going to be later getting home," because I told her I'd be home by 11. Well, I showed up at home about 2:30 or 3 because I had to cover the rest of his job and then load all the equipment.
And
Nobody knew.
I forgot to call her.
And yeah, I was not in.
Oh no.
I think that was my first experience on the couch with my wife.
But nobody knew, Dana, that you were.
No, they couldn't
Because we
figure it
used to look almost identical.
How funny.
And I had been playing enough with Kenny through the years that
Right, you knew the songs.
I knew the songs that, and we covered them. Plus, the band knew a bunch of my songs, and nobody knew that it wasn't him.
Yeah. Like I said, it wasn't real flattering for me.
I thought it was great.
Dana did. Great job.
Goodness sakes. So Kenny and Dana are going to play something live for us. Yesterday, little Peyton was up in Sheridan, Colorado. She is Joe Sellers' great-granddaughter, the second one. Little Peyton was born yesterday. And I guess she had pneumonia in the womb. So when she was born, part of her left lung was collapsed, and the poor little thing is, on oxygen right now. But she's going to be good. I know she is. And Kenny is going to sing a song for little Peyton. And if Fallon's listening, I'm sure Fallon will dance for Peyton and teach her how to do all that kind of stuff. She's going to be a great big sister, little Fallon. And Nate and Kim can dance.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're going to do what's his name? Ray Charles. If I can close my eyes tight enough. Georgia, Georgia, the whole night through. It's just an old sweet song, keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me. Other arms smile tenderly. But through peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find. It's just an old sweet song, keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to hold me. Other lips smile tenderly. But through peaceful dreams I see the road lead back to you. I said, Georgia, my sweet Georgia, no peace I find. It's just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. It's just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you, Kenny and Dana and little Peyton. Lots of prayers coming up for you to get better soon so you can go home with your big sister. All right, we will be right back with more Kenny Cox after these messages.
Pepperdine's integrated approach to business solutions offers you access to an array of products and services through decades of experience, state-of-the-art production processes, as well as inspired technological innovation. Whether your business or organization requires printed marketing materials, promotional ads, specialty items, commercial signage, stamps, or simply functional internal forms, their dedicated staff will provide the level of personal service and support your project deserves. Pepperdine's is located at 790 Umatilla Street, Denver, Colorado, 80204, or call 303-595-3663.
This is Taylor Marvin, and you're listening to Raven on the Rock.
All right, we are back, and they are going to do another live one for us. What you going to do?
We're going to do My Baby's Lovin' by Delbert McClinton.
Okay.
He's my fave. I got a woman that loved me. She give me loving like it's supposed to be. She wide open, she don't hold back. She's gonna get me with a heart attack. And if it killed me, I don't mind. I'll be smiling on her while I'm dying. My baby's loving is oh so fine. My baby's loving is oh so fine. I like the way she can let me be. When she starts kissing, talking sweet to me. She walking around in them high heel shoes. Got me doing everything that you want me to. If it killed me, I don't mind. I'll be smiling on her while I'm dying. My baby's loving is oh so fine. My baby's loving is oh so fine. My baby's loving is oh so fine. Way she dresses just drive me wild. She got me in a unique style. She got me eating from the palm of her hand. She makes me feel, she makes me feel like a full-grown man, yeah. I got a woman that's in love with me. She give it to me like it's supposed to be. She's wide open, but she don't hold back. She's gonna get me with a heart attack. If it kill me, I don't mind. I'll be smiling all the while I'm dying. My baby's loving is oh so fine. My baby's loving is oh so fine. My baby's loving is oh so fine.
Awesome. Can we have more?
Can we have more?
No, those are the only two we know.
Please,
I love doing the show because I get like my own private concerts. It's awesome. And then I also have all the archives, so I can always go back and listen again.
Yeah, you can send me those.
They'll be up by the time you get home. Oh, definitely. You live in Firestone, yeah. The archive will be up before you get back to Firestone.
Well, if you want more, we were going to do a recorded version of this one, but we'll do a live version of it.
You sure?
Off of that first album, too.
All right.
Called Man Made of Stone.
All right.
It was written by a good friend of mine named Gary Schnacker.
Gary Schnacker?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Great songwriter.
Yeah?
Good keyboard player, yeah.
Cool.
You ready?
Ready.
2, 3, 4. Hey, little woman, why don't you know you can't talk to a man made of stone? Best leave him alone. Get yourself back home, back to the world where you know you belong. Oh, an angel, daddy's pretty little girl. Till he turned you loose out of this big old world. My heart's been cold much too long. You can't talk to the man made of stone. You can't talk to the man made of stone. You've been hurt and loving one way too many times. That one woman thought you knew the right line, and then he found a soul way down this deep dark hole. And you can't talk to the man made of stone. to tempt me. You're not dealing with an ordinary guy. My heart's been cold much too long. You can't talk to the man made of stone. You can't talk to the man made of stone. You can't talk to the man made of stone.
Beautiful. So you got any shows coming up, Kenny?
No. To be short,
Well,
I do not.
we have to work on that because I'm coming to a show, definitely.
Yeah,
soon.
we're going to have to work on that.
Dana, you got shows coming up, right?
I have several coming up, but I don't have my calendar with me. I've got a Little Bear date coming up with my 60s band, the Rejuveniles. And then I've got a place out in Watkins, a place called Lulu's, with my country band, Charlie Ruiz and Swing Shift. And I've got just all kinds of, I do a lot of freelance stuff, like this afternoon.
Yeah.
I stole that Swing Shift name. We had a band called Swing Shift in 1976.
Well, don't look at me, it's Charlie's band. I just work here. I'm only in it for the money, and I'll keep working until the money runs out.
There you go.
I just wanted to say that throughout most of my life, I've been spoiled
Yeah.
really badly by some of the best musicians in the world. You know, Dana for one. Ron Alonzo was my bass player forever, still is. Mark Mariano, Bubba Fischer, keyboard players like Doug Krause, Billy Ray Stevens, Tim Greenhouse,
Chris Stongel
on the drums, also Mark Johnson on the drums. You know, when I play with somebody that isn't up to the caliber of these guys, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give them kudos because I've always had really good players to
Yeah.
play with. So.
All right. So tell me how this happened. I was in a meeting a couple weeks ago with Jerry Royce and Joe Sellers, and Jerry says to me, "You got to get Kenny Cox on your show," and Joe says, "Oh yeah."
Well, I don't know.
You don't know.
I met those guys when I used to manage another music store called Soundtown. And Jerry's band at the time was called Box of Rocks. And they came into my studio and I recorded an album for them.
Yeah.
And Joe at the time was playing, I can't even remember with who, but they were playing at Jam and Joe's all the time, the old one down in Sheridan.
Yeah.
And he came in there a lot. And so I got to know
Was it
those
his
guys
band
pretty-
Carlos? Maybe.
No, it was it was before that. I really don't remember what.
Joe,
they were
if you're
called.
listening, text us and tell us what band that is.
Yeah. But he was a great player, and it was also way before the Groove Hogs too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing this huge state of Colorado, how small it is
Oh,
when
yeah.
you start talking and everybody knows everybody and
Well, I played for years with an agency called Pro Entertainment Network, and we used to do mostly like corporate stuff and weddings and things, and they'd fly us all over to like Galveston and Sun Valley and Cody, Wyoming. We did like for 5 years. We did the Buffalo Bill Patrons Ball
very
at the
cool.
museum there, and so got to play with a lot of great players in that too, like Frank Beyer, killer bass player. Tim Greenhouse was in that. Fly from he plays with Chris, or he had played with Chris Daniels for years. Fly McClard, and I met a lot of those guys in Boulder back in the 70s, early 70s. And we did a block party up there one time, and Bill Champlin came and sat in with us with a couple of guys from his band, and he had a band called the Sons of Champlin back then, but then later on went and joined Chicago in 1977 and quit them about 2 years ago.
Wow.
So he did like 10 albums with them and sang, played the B3 and guitar, and he's my favorite. You know, he's my favorite singer in the world. He's like a white Ray Charles. He's just got the best voice. And, you know, so I got a lot of early exposure to really good players and stuff up there. I was a kid when Tommy Bolin was playing with Zephyr, and the first concert I ever got to go to was at a little tiny club called Hal Babies. And it was Hal Baby Moore from Kim Radio. He owned the club. And it was the Yardbirds with Jeff Beck on guitar and Jimmy Page on bass.
Whoa.
In a little tiny stinking club. And it was 1968, and that was really the beginning for me.
Very nice.
And after that, I just started learning every lick I could. You know, Clapton and Hendrix and all, you know. And I got to see all of those guys, too. I saw Hendrix twice, and I saw Clapton a few times.
Yeah.
And I saw Janis Joplin when she was alive, and Duane Allman when he was alive.
Whoa.
So pretty good influences to come up on.
I bet. All right. Well, we are going to go to a commercial, and we will be right back with a lot more Kenny Cox. Stay tuned.
Supporting local businesses doesn't stop with the economy. It is all about creating a stable and vibrant community. Stimulate our economy by browsing Rely Local's business directory. Saving money doesn't have to cost you, and you no longer have to weed the coupon books that fill your mailbox. Just print them from Rely Local Littleton. Rely Local has combined online job boards and newspapers to provide you with the most local jobs in the Littleton area. Get connected. We want you to be an active partner in our campaign to rebuild the Littleton economy. Rely Local Littleton, your source for supporting local businesses.
Today's Meet a Local Leader is Alternative Cellular. Jennifer and Austin Harris and their store mascot, Jack, are a family-owned business since 1995. They take pride in customer service, and they're there to help. They repair all cellular, mobile, and smartphones, and some computers, with water damage, broken screens, and much more. They can unlock, remove, or transfer your information to another phone or flash drive to ensure your privacy. They carry accessories like batteries, Bluetooth, cases, chargers, GPS, and screen protectors. If you're interested in a non-contract activation with Page Plus, H2O, and Solavi, they can help. They sell the following makes and models pre-owned phones for as low as $25, and buy some as well: Apple, AT&T, Cricket, Droid, HTC iPad, iPhone, iPod, Kyocera, LG, Motorola, Nokia, Samsung, Sanyo, Sprint, T-Mobile, Verizon, and ZTE. They offer gift certificates and gift cards and ask about their military discounts. They're located at 5924 South Kipling, Suite N in Littleton, Colorado, 80127, or give them a call at 303-948-5506.
This is Raven with Eggs and Kegs Radio Show here on VRDO, and you're listening to Rockin' Raven.
All right, we are back with more Kenny Cox. So you were on a show. Tell me about that. You were on a couple shows.
Well, we did right after the first album, Strategy, came out, we did a show on PBS that was a series called Night Music 5280, and we did mostly original stuff on that, if not all. And then and they interviewed us in the middle of the show, and it was an hour-long production, and it played quite a bit on PBS. And then not long after that, we did a radio show with A. Whitney Brown, who was from Saturday Night Live and The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And
how fun.
It was called Naked Radio and was syndicated and played all over the East Coast mostly. But that was real cool.
How fun.
He said, "We have Kenny Cox. You bet he can."
Yeah, that sounds about right. So how did you two hook up?
I think it started at Central City.
Yeah.
He was playing at the toll gate, and I was playing across the street, and we just happened to go see the other bands that were playing, and we got to know each other.
Before the birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Long before, yeah.
I thought maybe Kenny was so drunk he said, "Hey, you look like me. Get up there."
This was,
we switched. We'd go back and forth from the club to club.
I'd go over to the club he was playing and play guitar, and then he'd go over to the club where I was playing. And, I was playing with my brother Kevin and a killer musician by the name of Dale D'Aragon, who passed a few years ago. But back then, you played for 12 hours.
What?
And the only time you got a break is when somebody else could play your instrument.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So Kenny would come over and let me have a break, and then I'd go over and let him have a break. Yeah, it's not the same as the gambling things that are going on where you're pretty much background music. I mean, you were...
And you have to play in the key of C because that's what all of the machines are tuned to.
Yeah, if you ever go into a casino, you're going to hear this.
Ooh. You did that good.
I had enough practice, but...
So back then, you had to play for 12 hours because they didn't do radio? Or...
We would actually go 14. Excuse me. We started at noon until 2 o'clock in the morning.
Whoa.
And we would all spell each other, you know. So I played a little piano, and I played a little drums, and I played a little bass and guitar.
Yeah, mixed
and
it
then
up a little.
Everybody'd switch
Break
on
the monotony.
so you could go have a break, you know. So,
But if there was nobody there to take your instrument, then you might be on for 5 or 6 hours before you got a break.
Please tell me you got paid for that.
$10 an hour.
$10 an hour.
Well, that was pretty good back then, wasn't it?
Not for what you had to go through, but the ribs
Yeah.
were great. There were lots of free ribs over there. So.
Yeah,
Ooh,
the owner,
ribs.
the owner at the Gilda Garter made some good pizza.
Yeah?
It was the pre-legalization pizza, but it was...
Oh, really? How about that? So you want to take a break on your voice, and we'll... poor Kenny's in here.
Yeah, I'm just...
He's doing so good. He's sucking on the cough drops every 30 seconds, and but he's doing great. And I so appreciate it, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it too. So how about if we play a recorded one?
Yeah, let's
Give you
do
a little
that.
break.
Let's do that. Beam Me Up Scotty would be a good one. That one... Actually,
Tell me about
it's probably the most commercial song I've done. I've submitted it to Huey Lewis and Florida Georgia Line. I think this promoter even submitted it to Sean Hannity because he always says, "Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here." But yeah,
So you wrote this.
I wrote this. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a listen to
In
Beam.
a traffic jam not far from here.
Here's Beam Me Up, Scotty.
I woke up this morning to put some moon boots on my feet. A small step for mankind, but it's a giant leap for me. My head was in the clouds by the time my body hit the street. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligent life down here. Get me out quick, 'cause there's no life supporting atmosphere. I walked into a downtown bar today. Took a look around me, and much to my dismay, I was not among the living, and there's no reason to stay. Beam me up, Scotty. There's no intelligence intelligent life down here. Just get me out quickly, there's no life supporting atmosphere. I was out cruising in my Cadillac, I called it Enterprise. I wasn't in a hurry, I was barely even doing warp 5. When some asteroid cut me off, and I shot my laser right between his eyes. Wheel me up, Scotty, there's no intelligent life down here. Beam me up, Scotty, there's no intelligent life down here. Just get me out quick, cause there's no life supporting the atmosphere. Yeah, get me out quick, cause there's no life supporting the atmosphere.
That was very cute. I love your Cadillac.
The Enterprise.
Yeah. So you're trying to submit this to
I've got this promoter agent guy that he just loves the song, and
I do too.
He's giving it to everybody. So,
well, you know, I bet you there's going to be a movie soon that's going to need that song.
you think?
Oh yeah.
Well, you can submit it too.
Yeah, I will. I'll make sure.
I've got all the copyrights.
That is a really cute song. I loved it. So, are we still in chronological order, or did we jump around?
No, we're pretty much in chronological order. The next one is from the album after the first one. It's a live album.
Mm-hmm.
Just called Live. It's because
How original.
Yeah, I have such an original mind. But it's a song that was on the original album, the first one, and then the live version came out pretty powerful. It was really good. So,
Ride My Train?
Uh-huh.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
And you wrote this one?
Yes.
Were you on a train when you wrote it?
Might have been.
Those days are kind of blurry.
Was it your birthday?
I believe so.
No, because I wasn't on the train, so.
Well, hopefully, Dana, you were driving the train. All right, here's Ride My Train by Kenny Cox.
Let's get with it. I'll buy a ticket if you ride my train. You get the message. How about you pass it if you ride my train? Yeah, ride my train. 'Cause my engine is at the gate. It's leaving on time. Just can't wait. Hop on board. I thank the Lord. You ride my train. Ever since I met you, couldn't forget you right from the start. With you in my mind now, never all the time now. You took my heart. Ride the sweet bread, sleep on the track. We could be gone now, no looking back. I know life blues. Never have on board. I thank the Lord. If you ride my train. To stay, we can leave today. Now, how about, baby, take your far away before you go, and the death done told. I'm up in the end, everybody don't go. The night train is out of the loop. Here to be nothing without the blues. Now, I'm on board. I thank the Lord. Ride my train. Yeah, ride my train.
As always, Raven on the Rock reminds you to please drink responsibly and always designate a sober driver.
Hi, Chris Fairbank here, and you're listening to Raven on the Rock on VRDO Radio.
All right, we are back with more Kenny Cox. I think he's going to do another live one for us.
You think?
I hope.
I can't hear this.
I can't hear you either. Sometimes things.
You can't.
That's better, yeah.
There he is. Oh, hi, Kenny.
Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? You ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. So you got me working, boss man, working around the clock. One little drink of water, what you won't let Kenny stop. Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? You ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. I said, I'm gonna find me a boss man, gonna read me right, work hard in the daytime, get some rest at night. Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? When I call, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. I'll do it, Dana.
Little worried boss man, you got been too high too. Tell me, what you gonna do, big boss man? Why can't you hear me when I call? Hey, hey, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Oh, do it again. Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, why can't you hear me when I call? No, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. I said you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. That's all.
I was listening to it on the radio. So we have like a little delay, so I wasn't paying attention. I was getting into it. So I used to go to Louisiana every summer for about 20 years to go fishing with my brother-in-law. And he used to take me in the spillway where I would just sit there for, 12, 14 hours in a metal boat, listening to the frogs croak with all the big, oak trees, and I loved it. So I see this song here called Lights of New Orleans. Did you write this?
I did.
Because you were down there in a boat same time I was in the spillway?
I wrote it. Ron Alonzo, my bass player, came up with the name.
Yeah.
And we were going to write it together.
Mhm.
And then one Sunday, I was just inspired and
Yeah.
ended up writing the song. So he came up with the idea.
Wow.
And I came up with the song.
Very
But
nice.
It's one of my favorites.
Can we listen
it's
to it?
It's from a later album called In the Pink. But yes.
In the Pink.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I want to listen to this one. Lights of New Orleans by Kenny Cox.
shining so bright. The Big Easy is buzzing tonight. Down Bourbon Street, kids in a fight, people in heat. Saturday night, all the lights in New Orleans are red. Well, the Mardi Gras heading for stride, and a party's a great place to hide. Lost in the crowd, light on my feet, laughing out loud, dancing the street. All the lights in New Orleans are red. Yellow Cajun moon's gone to my head. To the blues in the quarter, I'm willingly lay. All the lights in New Orleans are red. Well, the sun will soon rise in the east, but the daylight still can't kill the beast. Music plays on, the Zydeco blues, party till dawn. I can't refuse, all the lights in New Orleans are red. Yellow Cajun moon's gone to my head. To the blues in the quarter, I'm willingly lay. All the lights in New Orleans are red. Well, the full moon is shining so bright. The Big Easy is buzzing tonight. Music plays on, the Zydeco blues, party till dawn. Nothing to lose, all the lights in New Orleans are red. Yellow Cajun moon's gone to my head. To the blues in the quarter, I'm willingly led. All the lights in New Orleans are red. Yellow Cajun moon's gone to my head. To the blues in the quarter, I'm willingly led. All the lights in New Orleans are red. All the lights in New Orleans are red.
You're listening to VRDO, your variety station. Visit our website at www.vrdoradio.com.
Hi, I'm Kenny Lee. You're listening to Raven on the Rock.
Okay, so when I put the archive up tonight, y'all got to go back. At about 4:24 in that song, there was a girl's voice, and Kenny does not know how it got there.
It just turned out on the machine, and
They left it. Ooh.
yeah, we left it because it sounded right.
Yeah.
It's ghostesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a ghost in that song. That is very cool. I think I love that song. I'm going to be playing that one a lot. So you want to do another live one for us?
Okay.
Or we could play another, whatever you want to do. Want to save your voice for a little bit later?
Let's do one more off of the live album.
Okay.
It's another one of my favorites. I'm Wild About You. It's a Robin Ford song.
Okay.
And it kicks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So get ready for some kicking. Here's Wild About You.
I'm just wild about you, baby. Do you ever think of me? Crazy about you, baby. Don't care nothing in this world for me. Can't sleep at night, can't nap through the day. Can't wrap much longer. Feel alone this way. I'm just wild about you, baby. Do you ever think of me? Crazy about you, baby. Don't care nothing in this world for me. Wild about you, baby.
That was Wild About You by the Kenny Cox Band. Hey, don't forget tomorrow night, I am going to do my show live from the Toad Tavern, and Jeff Schabel, the cat man from Kiss 'Em, is going to come in and join me. And there are two very lovely ladies that will be singing tomorrow night at the Toad, so get some tickets and come out and see them play. If you're there at 6, you can come and say hi on my show. So, Kenny, we've got 27 minutes left. Can you tell me the rest of your life story in 27 minutes?
No, it's not over yet.
Well, up to this point.
Up to this point, I play a lot at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I play every night.
Good. Good for you.
I just have so much on my plate, working wise. It's kind of hard because it's my own company. I'm a contractor, so I really don't get very many days off unless I want to pay somebody, and I'm too greedy. So if you want to know the truth.
Well, I think after this show and people hearing you, they're going to want you back out in the music scene.
I get pressure from quite a few people, but
I bet.
I need calls.
Well, people are going to be calling you. You have a great talent that should not be left to the home.
Well, if I can make enough money to cover my other job and break even, then that's good.
Okay. We'll work on that.
Okay.
Can you tell me the story about Don't Let the Screen Door Hit You again?
Oh, yeah.
You were telling me that off the air.
Yeah, when I first wrote that, I played it at Soundtown for Hazel Miller, and she really liked it, and she wanted to record it. And then we kind of lost touch with each other, so I don't know if she's still interested, but if she's listening, Hazel, get a hold of me. You can use it.
Yeah. Can we play it before you play another live one? We'll give your throat a little rest.
That would be fine.
All right. So
we've kind of gone out of the chronological order of things, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
We'll get back on track.
Oh, it doesn't matter at this point. They were all kind of mixed together at that.
All right. So Hazel Miller, if you're out there listening, you got to do this song, Kenny Cox. Here's Don't Let the Screen Door Hit Ya.
Say that love's a game, and in it we are all beginners. You tell me that you're leaving, and there's nothing I can do. It isn't really me, but you gotta get in touch with you. I'm begging you to stay, but you say your mind is already made. Say you found a place, in fact your rent is already paid. If that's the way you're feeling fine, I guess it's time to quit ya. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Know you got to wear those shoes if you think they fit you. You better be sure that everything you need is with you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. I came home from work, all your bags are packed and ready to go. Guess you stuck around just to treat me to a little show. Spare me the drama, save it up for somebody else. I tell you, pretty mama, I've had quite enough myself. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Know you Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Better take a ride. This is all you need, and let me help you through the door. You better double check, I don't want you coming back for more. Better make sure that everything you need is with you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. You know you got to wear the shoes if you think they fit you. You better be sure that everything you need is with you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. Better be sure that everything you need is with you. Don't let the screen door hit you where the good Lord split you. The good Lord split you. The good Lord split you.
So Kenny tells me that that did not come from his grandma. It must be like a Western saying. That's cute.
She may have, she may have said it before, but that wasn't where I first heard it.
My grandma used to say that's why God put that padding there. So you gonna do another live one for us?
I will.
I
I wanted
love
to say
that.
on that last song, too, that Billy Ray Stevens and Chris Stongel played on that. Billy Ray was on keyboards and Chris was on the drums on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
It was fun.
So what you gonna play for us?
We're going to do a little slower version of Crossroads.
I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Take a love for mercy, take me if you please. I went down to the crossroads, tried to beg it right. Yeah, I went down to the crossroads, tried to beg it right. Nobody seemed to know me, everybody passed by. Yeah, I'm going down to Rosedale, take my ride up by my side. Yeah, I'm going down to Rosedale, take my ride up by my side. You could steal my house, baby, on the river step. Take my ride up by my side. You can still buy a house, baby, on the riverside. Yeah, you can run, you can run. Tell my friend Woody Brown. Yeah, I'm round, you can run. Tell my friend Woody Brown. Said I'm standing at the crossroads. I believe I'm sinking down.
All right, we will be back with more Kenny Cox right after these messages.
Well, out there in Colorado, there's a girl I know. She like to make your guitar. It's really nice for the show. They look good on your back, these old guitar straps. Baby, baby, Raven Rams.
This is Remus Tucker. You're listening to Raven on the Rock, only on VRDO Radio.
All right, so what's next?
Well, there's a good instrumental that Bob Fisher, Bubba, the sax player, he wrote that we did on the live album called Freedom at Midnight. Is a real kick-ass song, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it. It's in there.
I had to grab it. All right, you wrote this one?
No, Bob did.
Bob wrote it.
hmm
And you just sang it.
No, it wasn't. It's an instrumental.
Oh.
It's a fast
Yeah?
live instrumental. Yep. Fun.
With all your fingers going on that guitar, huh?
Yeah, everybody's fingers were going
All
pretty fast.
right. Well, let's take a listen to Freedom at Midnight.
Thank
That was
Nice.
That was Beam Me Up, Scotty.
I thought it was the 60s.
All right. Raven Brandon, if you're listening, I'm going to go a few minutes over because we got to get 2 more songs in. But Kenny was just telling me, and I gotta have him explain this. The keyboard in that song was you on your guitar,
Yeah, it was a guitar synthesizer playing the organ.
and then it was also you playing the guitar,
Yeah, and me playing the guitar.
all at the same time.
Yes. And then during the guitar solo, the sax player was playing an actual keyboard.
I love it.
I've got one here if you want to hear it quick.
I want to hear it quick.
Okay, so there's the guitar sound. I'm going to bring in the organ.
That is amazing.
Isn't that
That
cool?
is amazing. Very cool.
So
All
if you want to do
right.
guitar flute.
Yeah, because in the Lights in New Orleans, you were playing the flute on your guitar.
Right.
Very cool. All right, we got 2 more songs we got to get in here before we end the show. Here's I Miss My Baby. You have anything to say about this one?
Yeah,
besides
this one was written by Ron Alonzo.
Your bass
And,
player.
Yeah, I love it. He thinks it's not finished, but when I heard it, I said it doesn't need anything.
All right.
And we did it live, but it was perfect.
Okay, well, we'll let the audience be the judge.
Okay.
I miss my baby. I miss her long hair. See it everywhere I turn. I miss my baby. It's a lonely place, and to see her face I yearn. Well, it's been so long since she went straight, and my friends all say, let it be. But my heart is strong for her today, and she'll come back to me. I miss my baby. I miss my baby when the nights are cold, through the rain and snow and the wind. I miss my baby, 'cause it's hard to know, yeah, if she'll ever show here again. If you see her on Listen. Did you see her on that New York street, or on that subway train? You just tell that girl to see her feet right back to me again. I miss my baby. Oh, she knows my mind so well. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I miss my baby. She knows that she knows I'm in her spell. I'm in her spell. I'm in her spell. I'm in her spell.
All right, Ron, if you're out there listening, that song is perfect.
I think so.
I
love
think
it.
so. I love it. All right, She Never Said No.
Yeah, this was one that Ron and I wrote together.
Is it finished?
Yes. As soon as we got it finished in the studio, I took a copy of it down to Delbert McClinton. He was playing at the Grizzly Rose.
Uh-huh.
And I handed it to him because I thought it would fit his style a lot, but he only does songs that he writes himself, so he turned it down.
Well, you can do it.
I did it.
All right. Here's She Never Said No by Kenny Cox.
I was standing on the side of a cold and lonely highway. I had my thumb out. There sure wasn't much traffic that day. She pulled up beside me and offered me a ride. When I saw the tears in her eyes, I froze all up inside. She never said no. She never said no. She never said no. She was running from another on a wedding day. When she reached the altar, yes, she could not say. We pulled on into Lincoln to a strange motel. wanted her so badly. I knew she wanted me as well. She never said no. She never said no. She never said no. She never said no. She never said yes, but I knew what she meant. We closed our eyes and away we went. When it comes to her, I could never say no. Well, it always comes the morning, and tomorrow's another day. The light shines through the window on the bed where we lay. And I got so many questions. She still lives inside of me. No is not the answer, and yes will never be. She never said no. She never said no. She never said yes, but I knew what she meant. We closed our eyes and away we went. When it comes to her, I could never say no. When it comes to her, I could never say no. I could never say no.
That was beautiful. And I was just telling Kenny and Dana, this is why I do my show, because I think this is the kind of music that needs to be on the radio. Thank you so much for coming in, guys.
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate it. And I'm going to be playing your music all the time now.
Good.
And thank you for giving it to me. Don't forget, tomorrow night I will be live at the Toad. And I will be playing Kenny Cox music a lot now. Also, if everybody would please send good thoughts and vibrations up to Sheridan, Wyoming, so little Peyton's lung will start working and she can go home. And always remember, only you can make your dreams come true.
That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be back. Raven on the Rock is brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303. I'd like to give a shout out to our musical credits for our intro, The World Famous Johnsons, our exit, Garco, and our Raven Raps commercial by Michael Hornbuckle. I'd like to thank Rely Local Littleton for sponsoring us, and you can check out all our advertisers on the left side of our website, RavenOnTheRock.com. I'd also like to thank all the amazing musicians in Denver and around the world for sharing their music with us.